The future of American democracy hangs in the balance, and an unlikely prophet has emerged from the world of technology. Elon Musk, the visionary behind SpaceX and Tesla, known for his ambitious plans to colonize Mars and revolutionize electric vehicles, has now turned his analytical mind to a more earthbound, yet equally critical frontier, the American political landscape. In a startling turn of events, Musk has shifted his gaze from the stars to the ballot box, and what he sees has sent shockwaves through corridors of power from Silicon Valley to Washington, D.C. His prediction? The 2024 election could be the last truly competitive race in American history. It's a bold claim that demands our attention, not just because of who's making it, but because of the data backing it up. Welcome to Elon Musk 24H. Let's dive right in. Musk's warning isn't mere speculation or a tech billionaire's flight of fancy. It's grounded in cold, hard data that paints a disturbing picture of rapid demographic change in key battleground states. Government figures, pulled from official sources, show a staggering 700% surge in illegal immigration to key swing states over just 3 years. Let that sink in for a moment. We're not talking about a slight uptick or a gradual shift. This is a seismic demographic change happening at warp speed. In states like Florida, Arizona, and Pennsylvania, places where elections are often decided by razor-thin margins of 10,000 to 20,000 votes, the introduction of hundreds of thousands of new residents doesn't just shift the balance of power. It potentially shatters it, redrawing the electoral map in ways that could lock in one-party dominance for generations to come. But how does this translate to votes? After all, illegal immigrants can't vote, right? This is where Musk's analysis goes deeper, revealing a process that's been hiding in plain sight. The path from asylum seeker to citizen isn't as long or as difficult as many Americans believe. Here's how it works. Once granted asylum, individuals can apply for a green card after 1 year. 5 years after receiving a green card, they're eligible for citizenship. Do the math, and you'll see that in as little as 6 years, someone who entered the country illegally could be casting a ballot in a presidential election. It's a political time bomb, ticking away beneath the surface of our democracy. And according to Musk, it's set to explode in 2024, potentially reshaping the American political landscape for decades to come. But the story doesn't end there. Musk, applying the same analytical rigor that's made him a titan of industry, uncovers a web of policies and programs operating in the shadows, accelerating this demographic shift in ways most Americans are completely unaware of. At the heart of this is a little-known border app, a piece of technology that's quietly revolutionizing the way people enter the country. This app, which Musk argues is being used in ways that stretch the boundaries of legality, has opened doors for hundreds of thousands of immigrants. It's a digital key to America, distributed with little oversight or public awareness. But it's not just about entry. Musk points to evidence suggesting a coordinated effort to strategically relocate these new arrivals to key swing states. It's a perfect storm brewing right under our noses, threatening to erode the delicate balance of power that has defined American politics for generations. Now you might be thinking, but surely, the social values of many immigrants don't align with far-left ideologies? Won't that balance things out? It's a fair question, and one that Musk addresses head-on. He argues that while it's true many immigrants hold conservative social values, political allegiance in their new home is shaped by more immediate concerns. Musk cuts through this argument with razor-sharp insight. For many, the top priority isn't ideology. It's family reunification. The party that promises to help bring loved ones to America, that offers a path to citizenship and a welcoming stance toward immigrants, holds a powerful allure that often trumps other political considerations. Moreover, Musk points to the role of social programs and safety nets in cementing political loyalty. The party that offers support, resources, and opportunities to new arrivals is likely to earn their gratitude and their votes. It's a masterclass in political strategy, one that could reshape the electoral map for decades to come. So where does all this lead? Musk's prediction paints a chilling picture of America's political future. He argues that 4 more years of the current administration's immigration policies could lead to the legalization of so many current illegal immigrants, that swing states effectively become extinct. Imagine an America where Florida, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, states that have swung back and forth between parties for generations, become as solidly blue as California or New York. The result would be a political landscape that looks less like a competitive democracy and more like a one-party system, where national elections are essentially decided before a single vote is cast. It's a future that should give pause to every American, regardless of political affiliation. Because a democracy without genuine competition, without the possibility of power changing hands, is a democracy in name only. If this sounds far-fetched, Musk urges us to look to recent history for a stark warning of how quickly political landscapes can shift. He points to California, once the reliable Republican stronghold that produced Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan. As recently as 1988, California was a red state. George H.W. Bush won it handily. But by 1992, the tide had turned. Bill Clinton carried the state, and since then, California has been a Democratic fortress. Today, it's not just blue. It's a Democratic supermajority, where Republicans struggle to compete even in local races. What caused this seismic shift? Musk, like many political analysts, points to the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986, also known as the Reagan Amnesty. This law granted legal status to nearly 3 million illegal immigrants, many of whom settled in California. The long-term political consequences were profound and irreversible. It's a historical precedent that lends weight to Musk's concerns. If it happened in California, he argues, it could happen nationwide. And this time, the numbers involved are far larger. As we stand on the precipice of the 2024 election, Musk's words serve as both a warning and a rallying cry. This isn't about right or left, Republican or Democrat. It's about the future of American democracy itself. Whether you agree with his politics or not, the data he presents demands our attention and our action. The question now is, what will we do with this information? Will we engage in serious debate about immigration policy and its long-term consequences? Will we demand transparency from our elected officials about programs that could reshape our democracy? Or will we bury our heads in the sand, pretending that demographic changes of this magnitude won't have political consequences? As we wrap up our deep dive into Elon Musk's election prediction, one thing is crystal clear. The stakes have never been higher. This isn't just about politics as usual. It's about the very foundation of American democracy, the system of checks and balances that has defined our nation for over 2 centuries. Musk's warning, backed by hard data and historical precedent, paints a future that's both alarming and thought-provoking. A future where the concept of swing states could become obsolete, where one party might dominate for generations to come. It's a future that challenges our very conception of what American democracy looks like. But remember, predictions are not set in stone. They're a call to awareness, a push for engagement. Whether you agree with Musk or not, his insights demand our attention and action. They challenge us to think deeply about the kind of country we want to be and the steps we need to take to get there. As we approach the 2024 election, let's carry this knowledge with us. Let's engage in meaningful discussions, challenge our assumptions, and most importantly, exercise our right to vote. Because in the end, the power to shape America's future lies not with billionaires or politicians, but with each and every one of us. This is Elon Musk, 24H, bringing you the insights that matter. If this video opened your eyes to the complexities of our political landscape, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share it with friends and family, and let's get this crucial conversation going. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your take on Musk's prediction. Do you think he's onto something? Or is this just another sensationalist claim? And if you're hungry for more cutting-edge insights from the world of tech and politics, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Remember, the future of our democracy isn't just in the hands of billionaires and politicians, it's in yours. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's shape the future together. Because when it comes to the future of American democracy, silence is not an option.